Hello, and thank you so much for joining me on the Warrenist Live, where we celebrate the art, culture, lifestyle, and people of Warren County, North Carolina, and beyond. And we also enjoy keeping the community informed about all the wonderful things that are going on. Before we get started, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all that great stuff so we can continue to spread all the wonderful things that are going on. So, my guest today is Korita Steverson. She is returning today to tell us some more news about the grocery store. So, welcome back to the Warren is Live, Korita. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, what I wanted to touch on first was that, and I hope you don't mind me doing this, was saying thank you to the people who attended the first roundtable discussion yesterday. We, so you can go on from there.
Yeah, it was a really great opportunity for us to, I think, continue the spirit of community that we're trying to build and continue the interaction with people in the local area that I think the meeting at the Armory was meant to start. So it was a great opportunity to speak directly to people and find out exactly what people are looking for in the area.
Right. And like I mentioned before, this was just the first one, but you do plan to have others in the near future.
Yes, definitely. We look forward to having at least 2 to 3 more. The goal will be for us to be able to build on that information. So we will kind of do a short overview and present the information from the previous or the original meeting as we move forward. But that way we can get some forward momentum and continue to bring different people into the conversation, but give people the opportunity to have a true voice and not just a large auditorium style forum where people don't feel like they get to really be heard.
Right. And then also, if you're interested in participating in one of those upcoming discussions, I have included a link in the description where you just fill out a form and you'll be added to the list. And when she comes up with a date, we'll send it on out so you can participate.
Definitely. I look forward to meeting more people in the community. I look forward to meeting the same people. We're not necessarily going to be asking the same questions because our hope is that we'll be able to kind of progress on the plan. So if people did attend or had planned to attend yesterday, but were unable to, they are more than welcome to say that they're interested still in sharing some more information with us.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. So today what we're going to do is actually can we also like dispel some rumors, I guess? Can we do that just a little bit?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, all right. So the first one I think was one of the major ones is that this is a chain grocery store. And
Yes.
so
So this is not a chain grocery store. Um, One, I think those of you who have been in the area or spent time in the area over the past few years will agree with us that chains have not been working for us for a while here. So this is going to be something that is specifically curated and created for this community. So that goes to smaller sizes, working with local producers and growers to try and bring their products in before we're bringing things from, say, like US Foods or MDI or whatever. But it is definitely not a chain. It would be great if it's a chain in the future, but it's not a chain now.
right, right, right. So just to make sure everybody got that, it is something that is specifically for this community.
Yes.
So it's not like something for the big area here, the big cities here or whatever. It's for Warren County for the or surrounding areas,
Yeah.
we could
Yeah.
say. Okay, and so I guess what was another one? It was some interesting things, but you know what? We'll just skip all that right now and we'll go. Can you tell us what the name of the store will be?
Yeah, so the people who attended yesterday did get kind of a sneak peek, and they got the story behind the name. The name of the marketplace it's going to be called a marketplace. It's not going to be a grocery store, but it's going to be called Mag's Marketplace, and that is named after my grandma. So my grandmother, Maggie Bullock, was my that side of my family were farmers here, but she also worked as a domestic. And has worked in lots of different homes in the area, as well as I think she went all the way up to DC at some points when the times called for it. So it is an homage to my grandma, whose house I spent most of the time at when I was here in the summers.
Okay, so when I say I need to go to the store, like I'm going to Mags, right?
Exactly, exactly. And that's
Okay,
kind of the
okay.
feel we're trying to create, is that there's going to be some stuff in there where you want to hang out, you can spend some time with your friends, and you'll be able to pick up most of the stuff you need.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now you're saying that this isn't exactly like a grocery store, but it's more of a marketplace. Can you tell me like what the difference is?
Yeah, so this is going to be more of a public market, and there are some local concepts that we're trying to incorporate, or local by like Raleigh area has some similar ideas. But so we will be trying to pair different food and products that blend well with what you would generally run to get together. So you're looking more at the idea of a general store, not like a Dollar General where we don't have, fresh produce or meats necessarily, but like an old time general store when we say that. As well as the goal is for us to bring in a butcher so that we can get some specialty fresh meats, because we do have some local growers who have recently gotten like their NCBA licensing. So we've got lamb, we've got chicken, I know, and we've got beef that we should be able to get like local for Warren County. And then maybe a small restaurant. There is an idea around a fish market. So trying to pair together things that you may not, all of those are things that we all want, but are not necessarily things we can all afford to purchase every day. So trying to get those together and streamlined enough that we can keep them consistent in this area.
Okay, awesome. See, I'm worried like, okay, what questions can I ask? What can I not? Because I know a lot of things are still, under wraps, a lot of, contract things you can't talk about right at the moment.
Yeah, this is definitely an evolving process.
Right. So you talked about like fresh produce, which is extremely important. um, with the farmers market that we have now, that's out there every Saturday, is there any way you can incorporate the farmers market
So
into into
we would
marketplace?
love to incorporate the farmers market, and I have started trying to meet the people that are currently participating in it to get information from them as well, because we do not want to negatively impact them or detract from either their ability to sell or people's availability to get to them. So we definitely want to partner with them as best we can.
Okay, we're definitely getting some love for the name.
She was a nice lady. If you ever didn't get to meet her, she looked like this. And we will probably have some pictures where you guys can see it. Crystal has had the fortune or misfortune to meet my mom, my aunt, and myself, and we all look like my grandma. So it just seems like
that's opportunity. And the funny thing about with Korita is that I had been looking for my first grade teacher for years, not realizing that, well, I knew your mom first, not realizing that was her sister. Well, that is her sister. Yeah. And I'm like, this whole time. And then I think we just like popped up in a conversation. She was like, yeah, my aunt used to work in Marion Boyd. And I'm like, wait a minute, who's your aunt? And I'm like, that was who I was looking for like over 20 years. So funny how things happen, right?
It is. It's a small world. I think the more we get connected via the internet, the interwebs, and all of the things, since now I feel like we're always connected, these kinds of things just keep happening.
Right. And then because you don't want to create some kind of what is it called, like a group think where everyone says the exact same thing. But from the discussion yesterday, what I did find interesting and fascinating is that a lot of the ideas that you were coming up with, that was some of the same things that the participants were saying as well. So at least you're on the same page.
Yeah, as far as a definite benefit from yesterday was feeling like the things that we're working on, trying to figure out how we can make them work in this smaller setting, are things people would benefit from and enjoy having.
Yeah, great. So again, if you want to participate in a future discussion, The link is in the description, so go ahead and fill out that form. And we'll send out the information as soon as a date is chosen. Anything else you want to bring up today, Korita? Like I said, I don't know what to ask if I can ask. So
I think one of the things that you asked me about when we were doing our prep was the people who attended yesterday got to see a rendering of what we're looking to do with the front of that Just Save building. So I don't have that in a format that Crystal could show today, but I can tell you guys, as soon as we get the landing page up for the website, you will be able to see what they got to see, at least on the outside, because we're going to use that image as the original backdrop for the page.
Right. And do you have like an anticipated date when the front page will be ready? I'm sorry, the landing page will be ready.
See, you finally got me with one. Hopefully for the first of next month, we will have that put together. We just started working, and I have a meeting this weekend with kind of the branding team to try and get that stuff together. So,
yeah. All right. So I'm super excited. We shared the name of Mag's Marketplace. Excited about it. It's something that the community has needed for a very long time. Definitely making an impact, and I do appreciate that you're getting community input for what they want to see in this marketplace. So
thank you. We hope that
much.
we can drum up the community support beforehand, and that way we'll be able to put in things that we as a community are able to sustain, so we don't have to keep going through this crazy cycle.
Gotcha. Yep. All right. So thank you so much, Korita, for coming back to the Warrenist Live. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. For more information about what's going on in Warren County, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at The Warrenist. And everyone have a wonderful day. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.